Okay?
So class is in session now.
Class
Yeah,
is
class
in
is
session.
session. So what we're going to do, this was meant, this lesson was for Megan. But what I thought to do is we're going to incorporate Ken and Chris, and we're all going to do it. That way you'll see how I do it to people when they come to the shop or the booth. This is what they get. So before we even start, conditioning wise, everybody have one of these?
Yep.
Okay. So for a slate, aluminum, that over and under, and this slate, you are going to take this call and left and right, I always flip my call over and see where it says roost and then flip it back over and go with that left and right, one way, and you're done.
Okay.
So I'm up here too. Done. It's seconds.
Okay.
To where when you look at that, it looks like a brand new piece. Now, the aluminum, the reason Megan and I have slates is because the best teaching calling surface is slate, because I have to show her something on the slate. So you two are not going to see what she's going to see, but it's still going to be the same principle. So you've got a clean slate there. Mm-hmm. Okay, now, it's okay if I get up and...
Yeah, it's okay.
Yep. Meaning, I'm going to...
You're good.
Okay.
Go for it.
What I want you to do is we're going to start with Ken.
Uh-huh.
And I want you to mimic that to the best of your ability and tell me when you're ready in your left hand. Okay. Just stay there.
Okay.
Megan? You say when you feel like you've got it. That's very good. Now blow the dust off of that call. There you go.
Oh.
Right on all the other stuff. Chris, I know you've done, but we're going to act like you've never done it. Okay.
Like a
I feel
natural.
like you got it. Now, everyone still has that grip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, the sound, people think that the sound comes out off the top at your face, and it does not. The sound, you keep that grip.
I was going to say, I'm not touching it.
You feel this air pocket in here?
Mm-hmm.
That is where the sound is coming out. That is why you are not doing that.
Okay.
Holding it.
In
And I'm just going to
other words,
explain it for people listening.
would
Holding
not
it
be-
tight to your palm.
Not tighten your palm.
Correct.
You want to put a pocket there because as you play the call, the sound is coming out the bottom, not off the top.
Okay.
All right?
Yep.
You don't want to squeeze it, but you don't want it to fall out of your hand. So with that grip I have, if you would take it like you're doing the Dairy Queen,
The blizzard flip.
the blizzard don't fall out, you've got a good enough grip.
Yep.
Okay?
I had the death grip there for a second.
Okay, now that's fine. You can, as you learn to do this, you are going to realize that pressure may mean something, whether you have too much or not enough. When we get to that point, when I hear what you are making, I will know if you are squeezing it or you have it too loose. I will know that. Okay.
Oh.
Now, keep that grip. Go around the table.
Okay.
Remember that you've never done this. So whatever I tell you, it's not what Grandpap told you. It's brand new today.
Yep.
All right.
Got it.
Now, about like that, and I'll move wherever you want me to move.
Mm-hmm.
Try to mimic that to the best of your ability. See how close my middle finger is to the bottom of the striker.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we're going to say you've never done this. My whole life. Well, you're next. My whole life, up until making calls and talking to people all over the country about proper techniques and this and that and the other, I called turkeys like that. Now I'm just clucking, but my grip was like that. Your grips can all stay like that, but I learned to do this. Now, I'm going to come back to this and take a look at that however you wish, and you get as close to that as you can, and you say, I'm there, and we'll go to Chris. Good enough? Okay. Chris? Good here?
He's taking a class
You need to
or
see it
two.
this way? You good? You just kind of like a pencil.
Yep.
You can choose to do this if you wish, and the reason for that is it lets that dial, as you are playing it, looser, creating a vibration to create more rasp and rollover in different languages in your calling ability on this surface. When you were squeezing it, it's not letting the vibration. When that finger's out, and I will show you because I'll do it, and I'll bring that finger down and you'll hear the different tones.
Mm-hmm.
So this is correct. I've hunted that way and shot turkeys like this, but to add more realism to your actual call, if that's out, you're letting that dial vibrate more in your hand as it's on the calling surface.
And everybody listening, he has his pointer finger basically off of the striker.
Yes. And
you have your middle finger, the side of your middle finger, and your thumb on the call pretty much is your only contact and the side of your pointer. Yeah.
Yes. Now, with that being said, this goes if we're at the show or the shop, people have a turkey call in their hand and a striker, and I did it at one time. They're like, I mean, this happens. I see it all the time. I'm here. I was never a good turkey caller by any means growing up hunting turkeys. I taught myself. I'm self-taught. My dad showed me what turkey calls were, but he really never showed me how to use them. He knew how to use them, but he didn't further it. You know what I mean? He was just a turkey hunter. There's variations of turkey. Yes. So with the grip and the pot and that finger out, you're going to let this striker do a little bit more talking, so to speak. You're going to let it do more. It's going to work more with that finger out. However, if it's not comfortable and you don't want to do it and you bury it back into the dial, it's not wrong. You can hold this striker like this if you want to. And if you sound like a turkey, I'm not going to tell you you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not. It is what it is. So I tell people, I taught myself how to call turkeys when I first started. This happened, and no one was there to laugh at me. I'm not going to laugh at you. There's nothing funny about me teaching you and you sounding horrible because I sounded horrible. Mm-hmm. I sounded horrible. Mm-hmm. But the more I practiced, I realized, hey, this is starting to sound like a turkey. What am I doing? And then I started learning things. And now I like to show people that maybe you do want to hold the striker like this, and I'm fine with that, and I'll work with you if you want to hold it like that. But try my way, and then we'll go from there.
Right.
So if you remember that grip.
Yep. Haven't moved.
Okay. Yeah. Is it sweating yet?
Yeah.
Okay. And you got the grip. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something, and that is a clean slate. Megan, especially you right now. Mm-hmm. So where'd that go?
I got another. I just got a name that hit my head, and you can take whatever you
say it on air because if I no, that's before you even said it. Now we'll get. I want to hear it.
Okay.
For a box or a pot call.
Probably a pot call or a striker. But you have a wet stick. I had another name kind of hit my head. It was just a name.
You can either go live with this or we can wait till
we're gonna go. We can go live.
Hey, Ken, this is your show.
I know, and I know you enough that you tell me no. Okay,
we're tight, buddy. We're tight. Let it go.
Sweaty Betty.
Sweaty Betty. Hold on a second.
No.
Okay. All right. I mean, no. What Betty ever do to you?
I don't know. It just rhymed. We're talking about sweating, holding the
but
call.
No, the fact that you're thinking about naming turkey calls, you and I have already created a bond. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Give me another one tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Sweaty Betty's out. Let's go with.
Yeah. I'll tell the guy working with me. I'll be like, hey, I got to call this guy. He's going to tell me no, but I got to call him anyway.
Yes.
So I can see it now. I'm going to start getting these calls from Todd.
Oh, it happens.
Please, I can to stop.
Believe me, it happens. Okay. So before you do anything, I'm going to say a few things about the procedure of what is going to happen once you start calling. People do this. Now, I got that pot ready to show Megan something. So people do this. And it's not wrong, and I don't, like I said, nothing's funny. Their grandpa taught them, their dad taught them, and they were never corrected, and they killed a turkey doing this. Boom. Well, don't tell me. That's how I call them.
Right.
I know. You don't take the striker ever off the calling surface. And I will explain why. That on some pots, other pots, it sounds like wood on wood to me. You hear that banging like a hammer. When I say not to take the striker off the calling surface, don't do anything. Just keep your grips and your strikers. Now, if you notice, the striker's never leaving the calling surface, and I'm going to show you why it never does. Here it is. Okay, now, back. Watch. Forward, back. Forward, back. Now, I'm not, this stroke of me showing you that going back makes no noise. I'm not trying to sound like a turkey, but I'm showing you that this way creates noise. That way will not. I'll let you try it until tomorrow morning. You ain't making no noise. So it's this way, back, nothing. You can pick it off. There, it ain't happening. You can't do it. You'll hear it hitting, but there's nothing there. So all your turkey talk is coming 9 to 3, whatever time. That is a yelp. Now, remember that you don't take the striker off the calling surface. You can, but you don't have to. Going back, there's no sound to be made. Okay, Megan, you got your grip. Okay, you got your grip on this. Now, in this area is where I'm going to have you working. All right? Now, don't do anything yet. When you are doing it, you see my pinky, this pinky? They tell you not to touch the calling surface with your hands. This is not hurting anything. When I'm done calling a series hunting, at the end of the day, that part of my call is bare. It's aluminum showing, it's glass, whatever it is, the oils from my hand are all over that call because I rest my hand on the calling surface, and that is correct. It's not hurting anything. So you can rest your hand on there, kind of like so, and you will make contact with that calling surface. Okay, now, don't do anything yet. This is where I needed the light. See that that's a clean piece, okay? Would you say that sounds like a little hen yelping?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I can't do a magic trick. I didn't do anything when I turned around. Can you see that spot on that call?
Tiny.
I mean, what is that? A 1/16 of an inch? Do you see it though?
Yeah.
That little tiny dot. Do you see it? I'm going to make another
Barely.
one. Okay, but you do see it.
Yeah.
All right. Do you see that one? We're right beside it, right?
Just as tidy.
Did that sound like a turkey to you?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you see the size of that spot? It's almost not there.
Yeah.
No, I did it twice. Do you see it?
I can see them. Yeah.
How big are they? Really?
They're
An 8?
just 2 little dashes. Yeah.
And it's not a trick.
No.
Do you see them? Yeah. Now, in knowing that, I want you to take what you have 3.5 inch calling surface where you think that you've got to utilize all this, all that. You don't. So as we start, just to learn how to use that call, I want you to know in your mind that all you need to do is make this striker move on that surface.
It's a raindrop.
How do you? It's not
like
even.
Not even. Yeah.
So I'll do it again, and I'm going to show you, because all we want to do is start to get you yelping. Then the rest is more class, but the yelp is what we want to achieve, and that's clean. No marks.
Nope.
No marks. No marks.
Tiny.
Small.
I mean, tiny.
Yeah. Smaller than an eraser. Yeah. Smaller.
It's small.
Oh yeah.
That is going to get bigger, but not by much when we get into a 2-note yelp. Remember the 1-note yelp? And the 2-note yelps, these will do the same thing. We'll make that happen. So for right now, no pressure. If you do this, I'm not going to go, what are you doing, Megan?
What are you
They
doing?
What are you doing? No, they're not. They're not allowed. If you two laugh,
I'm
you're
not saying
out.
nothing.
Class is over. You're not allowed because I said you can't do that. We're all here to learn.
Right.
Right.
And remember, the first time you did it, you weren't on the stage.
No.
You didn't win the worlds.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Still won't.
Absolutely not. So, I want you to make contact. You doing finger out or finger in?
I'm going to start fingering, I think.
It doesn't matter. You do the same thing,
Finger in.
however you want.
Oh, okay.
I'll go
Remember
out.
that little spot. Go ahead.
I'll go out.
Go ahead. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. That's it.
Mm.
Here we go.
Oh,
Chrissy's
shit.
going. He's taking the call. He's taking the call. I left this out. There are different sounds that you're going to make that you're going to run the striker towards you,
Mhm.
and there's different sounds you're going to make where you run the striker from 9 to 3. That's 9 to 3. That's a yelp. A cut and a cluck, you're doing this. This way.
12
We're
to
getting
6.
to that. For the yelp, I want you to go 9 to 3.
Okay.
So this way. You see,
Yep.
Okay. Take your grip back. If you need me to show you, I will. You're fine.
Okay.
And right about where you see that mark I made, I want you to do 9 to 3. Tiny. 9 to 3. Okay, you just made a yelp. Go ahead. I want you to tilt that striker like this a little bit, okay? And I'll do it. Stop! Did you that? That.
She's going after that bird.
That's better than Ken's yelp. No disrespect.
No, yeah, we're good.
Did you hear that yelp?
I heard it.
Did Megan, will you please tell everyone that you've never been taught how to run a turkey call ever
This
before?
is the first time I've even touched a turkey call.
Okay, do another yelp.
I think I just heard that bird that I'm after gobble. I'm
Go
pretty
ahead,
sure.
do another yelp. Hey, buddy, we
Dude,
can
you're
shut this
done.
down. I mean, oh, yeah. I don't even care what you do now. That is, did you hear it?
Uh huh. Sounds good.
It's over.
What, I mean, seriously, that is amazing. I'm not
Take
saying that because she's a female.
No.
She did. Ken,
Yeah. It's great.
I'll
Chris,
take it.
Great job.
did you hear that yelp?
Dude, I think it's in her. It's just in her blood.
Now we have to, the pressure's on him.
Let me hear it. Let's hear it.
No.
I mean, really, I would rather end with the class with me actually showing her purrs, and all I
Yeah.
wanted to do was make her make a sound on that, and she actually made a legitimate, good sounding yelp.
Yes,
Mhm.
it was. I
Like-
got to give her that.
Hey, mic drop.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll give her that. That was That
What
was a
I
turkey.
mean, there. See, here's the thing, and I
now
know,
he's giving home.
and I know you said
That's fine.
that we have a bunch of time, and teaching people to do it does take time.
Right.
I didn't expect that.
I
Like
wasn't
stoked.
expecting it either.
I'm for real stoked. That was impressive. And it's the people that have never done it that make me teaching easier because she's never done anything wrong.
Let's see what she's got. I mean, you've done a Yelp.
So with that being said, and she obviously listened because that spot.
Yeah.
And here's what I want you to do. I've proven that there's no pressure and you can make a turkey call sound like a turkey. And I don't know what we had in that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now the vocalizations of a turkey obviously are way more than a yelp. I mean, there's clucks, there's purrs, there's cackles, there's kikis. The list goes on and on. Dan Young always says it, 26 some vocalizations and whatever. So that yelp that you did was that little tiny spot. I didn't even look at the spot you made, but I
It's a little
think
bigger, but-
and that's fine. That is a bare minimum yelp that would put you in a blind and have a turkey in the mood that day. She kills it.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's all you need. There are probably 5 main ones that you're going to utilize. I can do a lot of them on a pot, but I've been doing it a lot longer. But to teach that 9 to 3, and what you just did was a 1-note yelp, which is, and it's that little tiny spot. Now, you just don't have to be doing this now. My goal was for that, what just happened to happen, like for real, drop the striker.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
It's great.
seriously,
Phenomenal.
Seriously.
Absolutely.
So I'm glad to be a part of that. That was cool as shit. Now, so the other things that you're going to do, that 9 to 3, you are now going to make that little tiny thing a little bit bigger, and you can go one line. And here's why I'm showing you this. One line is still kind of 1 note, and that's 9 to 3. And you still hear a little bit of variation in that yelp. But what I'm telling you to do is this. When you practice and you drive anyone you do nuts doing it, Chrissy has been, can you imagine being her? I mean, this happens daily, and she's dealt with it and never gave me any slack.
Oh yeah.
That goes.
That's all
I mean,
she
that's,
hears.
yeah, right. So, on the yelp, on what trying to get another note, instead of that 9 to 3 straight across, I'm going to show you the design, and it's a design. Now you see that?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a ripped off fingernail or an eyebrow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That is your next move from doing that little tiny thing that you actually did a perfect yelp. You are now going to extend that length of that contact of this striker on that slate. You're going to extend the length and make an eyebrow. And not doing this, it stays on the striker or on the calling surface. How about it?
I gotta get.
And there's no right or wrong.
Dude, I'm on it.
Shut that off.
You two, listen.
Hey, listen, folks. That is not made up. I wasn't making that sound. He wasn't. That was Megan.
Yeah.
You two practiced this.
No, we did not.
He's had the death grip on this thing because I didn't want it to move.
I'm not even going into the design of that, saying that makes that. She could have done that on a mass produced. I seen it. The calls are forgiving, but that's awesome.
That was impressive.
Yeah,
I'll be at his booth at the
that's
Chico
it.
show.
There you go. I just
lost you and
her
Chris
a little
can sit there and it's going to be great.
That's great.
You just witnessed that. I can't
We
make
wish
that.
it- yeah.
We can't make that up.
No,
No, that was awesome.
absolutely not.
I'm really excited.
You
about
know
that.
what? I mean,
there's so much more. Really,
yeah,
that is so simple.
but that's the basics of it.
And to tell somebody, look, don't. I can read people at the house. They're nervous, and it's just a turkey call. And I try to tell them, look, it's just a turkey call.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And if you sound like a chicken running a turkey call, see, it's hard not to laugh. But I'm not going to laugh at you.
Right.
And I beat that into them. I'm not going to laugh. I was there.
What's helpful because I'm an anxious person. So
Yeah,
I've been thinking about it. I'm like, oh, I'm going to look like such an idiot.
No, you're not. In fact,
No, and you didn't.
It's
Mhm.
yeah. Now, so knowing that you did, and look at the eyebrow. Like, am I making that up? What I say, make an eyebrow. There it is.
Yeah.
So
Well,
a lot of
that's-
people don't look at what they've done on the pot,
Mhm.
but to learn an eyebrow, and that's that two note
That's it.
yelp.
That's awesome.
It happened, and that's short and sweet to
Right.
the point.
Wow.
And there's so much more that can be taught, but I mean
but
that's
that's the
just
simple basics for anybody that's watching or listening.
I'll call
you know,
your
just,
turkey in for you.
You might as well kill them too.
Fuck yeah.
You call 'em?
Oh, that's all right. We're unscripted.
Or
I'm
we
just
can-
so
we can-
excited.
We can actually start putting a price on lessons.
Yeah.
Huh?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Business venture.
We can have a booth at Chico. Turkey calling lessons. What do you look like? 500 an hour. I mean, if we're going to do this, we're going big.
Yeah,
Like,
go big.
not play around like, oh, give me $10, we'll get you online. No, you want to learn how to call turkeys. Megan DePerno will teach you $500 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Make an
That's-
eyebrow.
That's hard.
Mhm.
Make
But-
it
but-
happen.
That's all that practice when
Yeah.
she's putting her makeup on.
There you go.
You know?
I'm
I feel
complete.
accomplished.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
great.
As you should. No, that and what's cool is, you know, her being 100% new. It just goes to show anybody watching or listening that you can do it. You know, if you,
Yeah.
you know,
I really thought, and no disrespect, because I've taught kids, teenagers, adult men, adult women, whatever, and there's a lot more time in what just took place right there, and I'm good with that, because she can be cutting and purring in a half hour. There ain't no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
So.
well, you
Now,
got to
now I
spend.
need one to sit at home with her.
Yeah,
This
you-
week.
Well,
Absolutely.
you can have it, whatever. I know a guy.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure that our dog doesn't eat this one.
Oh, it's gonna be on the high shelf, on the top, or above the safe.
Where we at?
Let's see. We're probably 2.5 hours.
Wow.
Are you kidding me?
No, man. This is great, isn't
Oh,
it?
come on now.
Hey, we said we were going to get into it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Phenomenal.
I mean, in all actuality, if that wouldn't have taken with the striker drop, we could be here 3.5, because I wasn't leaving until
She made it happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, she made it
That's what I'm
happen.
here
Yep.
for.
Yes, you are. You
Mhm.
were here not only to keep us in line, but
Yeah.
show us how to turkey hunt.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Apparently.
Apparently.
Hopefully shooting a bow and all the other things come just as easily to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
this is not going out before Chico,
No.
No.
and that's fine. And if it was, I was get there.
Yeah, we
We
went over
but
that.
if that's not the case, then there's no need for me to say that, and I'm fine with that. I'm just looking at things. Go. We're done. I'm like I said. I'm
I'm good.
I appreciate everything you guys are doing, and everything that you have done, and I think this is going in the right direction for all involved here.
No, we
Nope.
appreciate
Thank
that.
you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're excited to do it because it's something we get to do together, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, and have fun with this. And like I said, that journey that we're going to take with her, with you know these hunts that we're going to film, and
Well,
you know, I'm looking forward to all this.
she may put down, aside from the calling, that's step one. Whether you're calling or Ken's calling and she's holding a gun and you got one flopping outside the blind, it's a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Man or woman, it changed my life for real. Killing
Yeah.
a turkey. I mean, I love deer hunting, and I'm sitting with a guy that owns a bow shop, and I always love deer hunting. But the communication part, if on that given day that bird is fired up, and he wants to play, and the communication is there, like I've killed turkeys, gobblers on the silent, snuck in behind me, come in silent. I'm watching them come in. They didn't feel like gobbling. But if you experience a gobbling turkey, a hammering gobbler, however you want to put it, coming into a decoyless setup, a decoy, and some calling, and him gobbling, you want to hunt turkey. You want to know why there ain't more tags on your license.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
It's the
Yeah.
truth.
It's the communication with a turkey. I mean, the brain's the size of a pea, but there's way more turkeys that lived on days that I thought I was giving my best A game out there, and they win.
Mm.
And that's why I kept going back. I love hunting turkeys, and
Seems so it is so interesting how not that I think turkeys were stupid, but
well, they kind of are.
But, I mean, so he has a deer decoy that we call Pancake Gary.
Okay, Pancake Gary.
Yes.
All right.
And he's like this notebook, but shaped
Is-
kind of
is-
like a deer. And he has killed things with it, and you look at it and you're like, how in the hell did a deer think that's a deer?
I get it.
Go over.
I have it.
So for a turkey, there's so much to it, like calling them in and everything. It seems so much more
Like I-
skilled than
When
putting Pancake Gary up there.
well,
Leave Pancake Gary alone.
is Pancake Gary related to Sweaty Betty?
Might be. This is going somewhere.
I just was curious.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe.
one day I'll get the decoy
If
out.
you have a
We'll set 'em
doe-
here we'll put them on the set.
You can
I think
That
he
could-
should be Pancake Gary.
That could be. You know
Is there
what?
any?
This could be.
Like, what's the
My
story?
mom named it.
Oh,
Pancake
okay.
Gary. He is about this thick.
I know that we talked the shot for tack. It could be like a Sweaty Betty shot at a turkey decoy. Call it the Sweaty Betty shot.
Yeah, when we sat
Attack.
with Rob Chalinsky, he wants to come up with something for the.
A novelty shot. Novelty shot.
We'll come up with something.
We can do it
I
with the
listened
turkey
to that. That
decoy.
was a good podcast.
We can do it with the turkey
We
decoy.
There's
The Sweaty Betty
like I
shot.
You just want that name to stay
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
right.
good.
He's not that. No, he's thinking about that.
No,
No.
not gonna happen. Well,
Oh man,
man, it's
I
it's
don't-
Feel
been-
good.
That's
This
a long. That
This has been
Uh-huh.
an
2.5 went
this has been great.
for real.
Yeah.
We're flirting with battery life, but on the we gotta do
That's okay.
plugins. But hey,
Well, it's been an
great.
awesome podcast.
Yeah.
It has been.
And, I've
I'm honored to
I
be
can
here.
say, yeah, we really, truly appreciate you coming down and sitting down with us and, teaching. I mean, teaching all of us,
Well, that
basics.
lesson, what we say, 500, right?
Yeah.
50, 1,500. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
nice night for me. I'll sit. How long you want to sit here? That was fast money too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
See, you should have taken longer.
Well, wait a
Made
minute.
him
We
earn his
said
money.
500 an hour.
That was
Did we
only
not?
5 minutes, yeah. So.
Well, how long do you say this has been going on? I mean,
Oh.
it's all part of the learning experience.
Ah, here we go.
It's the whole thing.
I'm up,
Oh, I
I'm
forgot
up
to
around
press
3
record.
All right.
Darn it.
That-
All
that's fun.
right. Well, Todd, thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. We definitely got to have you back on.
Yeah.
I'm sure that with the new products that you have coming out and things, I'm
Oh, I'd
sure
love
you'll
to
have
do
in
it
the
again.
future. We'll have to sit down and do this again.
Yeah.
And
Do we have room for how many can do this?
how many can do this? How many people do you want
Because
to do?
well, I'm just saying, sometimes like Murph, AJ, or Fred. I mean, not all of them, but
we'll work out.
they
Mike.
did. They did if they because they like to.
We've got enough cameras. We can move them
We
around.
can-
Okay,
we
can-
I just didn't know, and since
we're
we're
all
talking
about
it,
sitting down,
We-
talking down, having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
I mean-
so however many people we need to, we'll buy more microphones, whatever we got to do.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to donate the fee for the lesson for the 2.5 hours at 500 an hour back to you guys to get more microphones for a bigger group.
Perfect.
Because he's
That's-
going to make more
that's how-
money when he comes
Yeah.
That's how I want to do this.
back. Sounds like a plan.
Oh,
Okay.
this has been great. We're gonna, and I'm gonna be. I'll probably preface the episode also with recommending that people definitely go to the YouTube to watch this because
It's a good one.
this is going to be very informative from the YouTube perspective. Especially, I'll probably split this up into 2 parts also for the viewing part of the lessons and Megan just mic dropping everything.
I think that would be a good
Yeah.
idea.
Oh yeah.
The
Absolutely.
striker drop.
Yeah. Striker drop.
That got invented
Yeah.
here tonight.
Yeah.
Not the mic
Striker drop.
So I'm thinking, this could be this turkey flopping, and there's somebody being filmed. Come in the blind.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not been done.
We lose it.
That's here. I mean,
Megan,
it's fine.
That's what
The-
we're doing.
Yeah.
When you smoke one,
Smoke
Yep.
one. Come back in on the footage and get this.
Yep.
Striker drop.
Absolutely.
Yep.
that's it. And I hope it's that turkey I've been hunting for the last 4.5 years.
I do too. I hope she rolls them, buddy.
Somebody got to roll
And may he roost in peace.
them.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Good way to end it.
Yes.
I got a
Roost
t-shirt
in
idea.
peace.
He's like,
I got a t-shirt.
all right,
He's gonna be driving you
I'm
crazy.
all for it.
Well, we'll have to bring that
Yeah.
up in another podcast.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
be sitting here till morning.
I
So
know.
thank you,
I do
everyone,
have to
for
work in the morning.
Yeah.
thank you, everyone, for joining us, for tuning in.
Yeah,
Megan,
thank you.
Ken, this was a blast. Todd, thank you.
I love
Absolutely. Thank you
It
so
was
much,
an
buddy.
Awesome
Yep.
podcast. We had a lot of fun
Mhm.
and appreciate your friendship, your partnership with Creek Archery, everything you do for us. And,
Likewise.
Mhm.
yeah, I guess we'll be seeing you soon in the Turkey Woods.
Yeah. Partnership
like a
also.
plan.
Thank you to Toyota Greensburg again, our headline sponsor. Thank
Brian
you.
Moore,
Yep,
Ryan Hall.
Brian Moore.
Anybody out there needs a vehicle, see those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget the one last thing before we end this.
That's right. One question we ask everybody that comes on: dream hunt. What is your dream hunt? You may have already been on it already, but what is your dream hunt? bucket list hunt.
That's a tough one.
Mm.
Well, I would have to say any other species. Me being a turkey call maker, I've only ever hunted eastern wild turkeys. So, in being put on the spot, which I'm not a fan, and we're going to discuss that when that's on. I'm going to say a Merriam hunt out west.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
Awesome.
Nice.
Every answer
Great.
has been out west hunting something, so.
Yeah.
Stay
Well, I
Absolutely.
think, I think for all the trouble that Dan Young causes you, he ought to make that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can. I think he got the power.
Absolutely.
He most certainly does. He lives at Triple H.
He can make it happen.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay.
Dan,
Sounds good.
make it happen.
Yep.
All right, guys. Thanks for being
All right.
here.
Thanks everybody for tuning in.
Take care.
Yep.